Hey, Harry.
That?
Just forget I'm there.
Okay.
All right? I'll follow you 2 laps.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good job. You took to heart what we were preaching in the classes, and the lines are pretty consistent. That's when I tap the tail, follow exactly the line that I'm on. Did you notice on the back side, we come through 6 over the rise to 7 to come up the back straight? The very last corner.
Yep.
You notice as I came through 6, I just went straight instead of...
Yeah.
So what that does, it lessens the distance between the corners.
Sure.
So that's why I had to follow me. If you keep on that line, you come right at it and then cut back over.
Yeah.
Go up 7 and come back, up the front straight on the west side. Some things that I noticed, you really a little bit more toe up here rather than here. Okay, because you can only get, if your toes here, you can only get the heel up so far, but if it's here, you can go like that. If it's here, you can only go like that. So that looks good. Needs a little bit of work. Your setup, the timing for setup is good. It needs to be just a fraction earlier and a little bit more low body before the upper body. Okay, and looking good. Acceleration is pretty smooth. Braking looks pretty smooth. A couple corners on that side especially is and here, but over here on turn 6 and 8, where you go through, come down 5, 6, 7, 8, take a tighter line through 7, but when you go into 8, when you go into 6, you're over slowing. You're slowing a little much, and I think you're downshifting, if I'm not mistaken. I think you're going down a gear. And 8, you're kind of over slowing. So really that whole section, you could just go into turn 5 in like 3rd gear. The RPM may be lower, but you're going to get a more stable drive. 5, 5A, 6, 7, 8. If you just leave it in like 3rd gear, your RPMs are probably going to go, because on my bike behind you, we were averaging 6,000–7,000 RPM, and I know that you could carry. And when I got out, I went up about $1,000 in RPMs everywhere. That's what I was tracking. So I rolled off a little. And like I say, get into 6. You should be going through 5. Really in the gear that you want to go through 6, 7, and 8 in. For me, it's 3rd gear. I upshift before 7 and keep it in 4th gear. And then I'll backshift 1 or 2 gears to make the transition to the west. A little bit over slowing for 4. You can carry more speed. You're going through 3 and then get into 4 and you're getting on the boundaries. Then you should really be right side of the bike, left side of the bike, picking up the hill, driving up the hill in that gear.
Okay.
You might need the brakes, but you're over slowing. You're too much brake straight up and down. You don't. If you put it in 3rd gear, you may not need the brakes at all. Yeah. Through there. And then turn 4 on that side. The triangle. That's 3 coming down the hill. The triangle. Yep. The next corner is 4 on the west. Yeah. You're looking good. The line's pretty good. You're a little too. You're kind of going this way and then cutting back out and doing this. If you hug more middle and drive this way. Yeah. And then there I noticed that you're actually slowing for 4, over slowing. Yes, you can use the brakes, just not as much. Yeah. And you were downshifting there. Don't downshift there. Okay. So really on that side, you could almost just leave it in 3rd gear. Okay.
Otherwise I get a little lost in some of those spots.
Right. And I can't look back everywhere, but I think you improved, because there was areas that you stayed right with me. Yeah. Except in the old habits, you were over slowing for some, and that's what made the gap grow a little bit. Yeah. So my feeling is don't overslow, don't downshift for 4 over there. Okay. You're probably going into 2nd gear. Okay. It looks like it, because it really is slowing you down. So if you just leave it in 3rd, use the brakes gently. You come over 3. I stay off the left anyway, because 4 is coming, because 3 is a left, but you got that kink. Yeah. So it's up to you. If
Okay.
you do make the transition to the right, that's fine. Immediately make your body transition this first before this.
Yeah. Honestly, you know, I'm thinking about the things from class, and I'm like, oh shoot, I got to put my weight on the peg.
Correct.
Going around the corner, and it's just
It's a little overwhelming.
different things, you know. It's like drinking from a fire hose.
Right.
You know, but that's, again, you know, like there's certain spots where I know I could go faster, but I don't know how fast. But if I'm following you, then I know I can go that fast, you know. So at least, you know what I mean.
Yeah, very good. So those little things, I mean, all in all, adds up to you've learned a ton today. You're putting it into practice, really trying. Now just breathe normally and kind of let it flow up here.
Yeah.
Your weighting in the pegs is good. Just when you set up for the corner, get this more off earlier. Not a lot. It's less than you think. Just a little bit earlier.
Okay.
Again, try to get so that transition is easier. Because your foot's good, the placement's good. But again, if your foot's here, you can't raise the heel as high as you can.
Right.
But when you raise the heel, it engages that core and your legs, and it puts the right amount of weight when you lean over on the front end, so it carves easier.
Yeah, I kept, you know, like catching myself. You know, when I would come off the brakes, I would still have too much weight on the bars.
Yeah.
And so I'd catch myself and try to relax, and then it would smooth out until the next corner where I had to brake again, you know.
So keep weight on the pegs, even though when you're on the brakes, weight's going to the bars, but keep more of it there. Okay. You'll be all right.
All right, cool.
Good job, babe.
Thanks so much. Appreciate you.